I company is expecting a growth rate of 12% per annum the next 2 years. The growth rate is likely to fall to 10% for the third and fourth year. After that, the growth rate is expected to stabilize at 8% per annum. That is, after 3 and 4th year means 8% is applicable for the 5th year. So here the growth rate is not the same. The first 2 years is 12%, next is 10%, next is 8%. It is changing, it is not remaining same. The growth is declining. The dividend paid was 1 rupee 50 paisa per share, and the investors required rate of return is 16%. Find out the integrated value per share of the company as on date. So let us work here. The dividend is given D 1.50, growth rate 12% for first and second year. Then it is going to fall to 10% for third and fourth year. Then it is going to be 8% for the fifth year. So you can see growth rate is not remaining the same. The dividend is going to grow in a different percentage. The percentage is decreasing. So let me get into the first part of it. The present value of the dividend growth in the first 4 years. So first year the dividend is 1.50, expected to grow at 12% to the power of 1. It comes to 1.66. Then the dividend 1.50. Again the growth is at 12% for second year also. It comes to 1.88. So when you're taking the third year, I will not take 1.5 because the growth rate is different. I will take this value 1 rupee 88 paisa dividend which is going to be received at the end of second year, and I will adopt the growth value here. The third year is 10%. So if I simplify this value, I will get 2.07. Then fourth year also the dividend expected is 10%, so I will take the same dividend 1.88. So it is going to give 2.28. So the dividend value is changing because the growth rate is changing. So I have to take the second year value to the third year, and remains the same for fourth year because the growth rate is same. Then the discount factor or cost of expected capital is 16%. The PV factor is given in the problem. So I will take the same values. So then we have to multiply the expected dividend and the discount factor to get a PV of dividend 1.66 into 0.86. So 1.4448. 1.3924, 1.325, 1.254. So if you multiply the dividend as the expected dividend and discount factor, we get PV of dividend. That is column number 2 and column number 3 is the total of 4. So total PV of dividend 5.419. Then I will move on to the second calculation of market price per share at the end of fourth year. So I will adopt the same formula what we have done earlier. So D4 is fourth year dividend 2.28 into 1 plus G. The G is going to be about the fifth year. Whatever the value, fifth year is 8%. 8% is 0.08. So cost of equity 16% minus growth rate for fifth year 8%. So if you simplify here, I'll get 2.462 divided by 0.08. So the price per share 30 rupees 78 paisa at the end of 4th year, that is for the 5th year. Then calculation of present value of market price. I will take the market price what I calculated, 30 rupees 78 paisa into the PV factor of the 4th year, that is 0.55. The present value of market share will be 16 rupees 92 paisa. Even though it is showing 30 rupees, because of the time value of money, the value will be 16 rupees 92 paisa. Then market price will include both dividend and the market price per share. So total PV of dividend 5.419. The total I will take here. Then the total of the PV factor of this, not the 30.78. 30.78 into PV factor, I got 16.929. So if I add, I'll get 22 rupees 34 paisa approximately for the market price per share today. So the new thing in this problem is the growth rate is not the same, it is changing 2 years once here.